welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very interesting video for you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to fall makeup look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my hair back so that way it does not get in the way of the makeup. And the first thing that I like to do is I like to use my Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is a very hydrating primer, and since my skin is really dry, I like to use this. So I just put a little bit in my hands, rub it together, and then I pat it into the skin, just like this. And I found that this primer, it really hydrates my skin and it makes my makeup last a lot longer. So that's always a plus. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to go in with my Kat Von D Lock It Foundation, and I am in the shade Light 44 Cool, in case any of you were wondering. And I just put a pump, about 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And then what I like to do is, one of my new favorite tricks is I go in with my Tarte Moroccan oil, and I just put 2 drops of this into my foundation. So I just do 1 and then 2, and then I mix it together with my beauty blender. So here it is here. This is my damp beauty sponge, and I'm just going in with the very tip of it and just mixing it together. Okay. And it's all mixed together. So then I just dot it all over my face. Okay. And then I'll start blending it out. Okay, and this foundation goes a really long way, and I found that this oil really makes it look a lot better on my skin. This is a matte foundation, so it is kind of drying, but with this oil, I don't have a problem with it. This is one of my favorite foundations of all time. I wore it on my wedding day, and it was stunning. I had to quit wearing it though because it was looking a little bit dry and a little bit cakey on my skin, so I found that mixing oil in with it really makes it look a lot better on my skin. And I'm just pulling out a mirror here so I can see what I'm doing here. So, and this is the palette I'm going to be using for my eyes today. But I love the coverage of this foundation. It is full coverage, and it's just perfect for fall. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my concealer, if I can find it. This is one of my new favorite concealers. This is the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline, and the top is a little bit dirty, so just don't mind that. But you just twist it up, and I just put it underneath my eyes. And I do have mine in the shade Ivory, in case any of you were wondering. And then I just apply a little bit, kind of everywhere, especially where I need just a little bit of extra coverage. And I'm just pulling out my mirror again, and I'm just going to blend that right on out. I found that this concealer does not crease on me. I have a problem with some concealers that I've tried here recently. They like to crease, and this one does not. So that is always a plus. And then I just like to put a little bit up here on my eyelids just to get rid of the discoloration. So, and it helps the shadow to stick and to just last longer in general. So now that all of my concealer is blended out, I like to go in with this powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have mine in the shade Classic Ivory, and I like to use powdered foundations to set my makeup because it gives just a little bit of extra coverage, and I just really like that. And I'm just gonna put this all over my face. and blend it down to my neck. Okay. Now going in with a different brush, I'm going to grab my, let's see here, this is the Vasanti concealer brush, and I'm just going to tap into the same powder here, and I'm going to use this to set my under eye concealer, and I'm just going to tap it in underneath my eye. And this brush is really good for setting the under eyes, so I really like that. So now that that part is done, I am going to go ahead and contour my face using my favorite palette. This is the Cocoa Contour in light to medium. And I absolutely love this palette. As you can tell, I really use this shade the most. So going into medium cocoa, and I'm going to be using my crown brush. And I'm just going to dip into it, tap off the excess, and just bring it, starting from my ear right here, just bringing it down to kind of contour my cheeks and bring back some warmth to my skin. Okay. And now that that is done, I'm going to go in with my Tarte blush. And this one is in the shade Feisty. And this is a gorgeous color, perfect for fall. And I just dab into it using this brush right here, and I got a hair on it. And I'm just going to tap off the excess and apply this to my cheeks. So just dabbing it, and then I'm going to go back in, tap off the excess, and then just dab it in. I just love the little wash of color that it brings to my face. And I gotta re-put my hair up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now on to highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters of recently. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and I have mine in the shade Molten Rose Gold. And this is a stunning, stunning color. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe M510 brush and use this to highlight with. This is my favorite highlighting brush, but just look at how gorgeous that highlighter is. And I'm just going to go in with my finger and apply a little bit to my nose. Okay, and blend that out. So that part is done, and now we can go into my eyebrows, and then we'll go into the eyes. So I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild brow pencil, and this is in the shade medium brown. So what I like to do is I like to first spoolie up my brows, and then I'm just going to go in and fill them in. So what I like to do is get a little bit of product up, and I'm gonna actually have to look into a mirror. So I'm gonna put my mirror down here, so if I'm looking down, that is why. But what I like to do is I like to start off with doing up and down motions to kind of mimic little hairs, and then I go outwards and I just fill them in. I have already kind of naturally thick brows, so there's not too much that needs to be done. They just need to be filled in, and just like that. And then I like to go back in and spoolie the rest of the product out, and that brow is done. And now I'm going to go into the other brow and do the same thing, hair-like motions. And then go ahead and go in and fill it in. Okay, and spoolie it out. Okay, so now that both of my brows are done, we can go ahead and jump in to the eye portion of this video. And I'm just going to do one eye on camera, and then I'll be doing the other one off camera. That way this video is not a million years long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, and first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Base to go ahead and just set everything down. And I'm going to use my Scone blending brush to do that with. So I'm just tapping in, and I'm just going to sweep this all over the lid and all the way up to the brow bone. This is just a white shade, and it just helps to set everything down. It sets the concealer that we put down, and it helps the shadow to look its best. So I'm just going to get a little bit closer so you guys can see. And I'm just doing windshield wiper motions. And this is just the base. And I am just going to go ahead and do this eye really quick. And then that's all I'll be doing to this eye. I just want to go ahead and set that concealer that we put down. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the shade Incense, which is this shade right here. I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to go in, tap in there, and I'm going to start this as our transition shade. So we're just going to pop this into the crease and just doing windshield wiper motions back and forth. Just going to go in again, just build that color right on up. This is such a beautiful transition shade. I really, really like it. Okay, so now that we have that part done, we're gonna go into the shade right over, where is it? Hold on. Right over here, it is called Volatile. It is a deeper brown shade. And we're gonna focus this, just using the same brush, we're gonna focus this on the outer part of the eye to deepen everything up. And then we're gonna bring it into the crease, but a little bit lower. Okay. Okay, now that that part is done, I'm gonna go in with another shade. I'm gonna go into Passion, which is this burgundy shade right here. I absolutely love this shade right here. And again, we're just gonna focus this on the outer part of the eye. And then we're going to bring this into the crease as well, just a tad bit lower. So if you guys are noticing, we're just building these colors up. And it looks gorgeous. So that's what we're working with so far. And we are going to go in with a shimmer shade. So I'm going to grab my, where did it go? If I can find my brush. Okay, so we're gonna go in with my small shader brush here, and we're gonna go into the shade Rose Gold, which is right here. As you guys can tell, I use that shade quite a bit. This is one of my favorite shades to use in this palette for this look right here. I've been wearing it a lot. So I'm going to hold my mirror down and so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just packing this color on. This is a beautiful rose gold shade. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. And we're just going to apply this all over the lid. Almost done. Okay, now I'm just gonna go back in with my Scone brush, and with whatever product we have on it, I'm just going to blend everything out so that way there are no harsh edges. Okay, we did get a little bit of fallout, as you guys can see, but nothing too crazy, so that's perfectly fine. And now what I'm gonna do is I just cleaned off my brush. And now I'm going to go back in, but this time with the shade Drama. And I'm going to, oh, not Drama. God, I cannot talk today. With the shade Dreamer. I was looking at the shade Drama over here. So that's Drama, the purple shade, and then Dreamer is this beautiful highlighting shade. So going in with the shade Dreamer, we're just going to apply this to the brow bone, and it just gives just a beautiful sheen. So I'm going to do this other eye off camera, and I will be right back. Guys, I have this eye done. I did do the lower lash line and apply mascara to this side, but I'm about to do this side with you guys. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm using the little brush that came with the Anastasia palette, and I'm going in with the shade Incense, and I'm just going to apply this to my lower lash line, and then we're going to go back in with a deeper shade as well. So I'm just smudging it underneath the lash line. And now we're gonna go back in with this burgundy shade, which is Passion. And we're just gonna tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna blend this right next to my lashes and kind of smoke it out a little bit. Okay, now that that part is done, we can go in with our mascara. So what I'm using for my upper lashes is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. I really like this mascara. It looks really, really good on my lashes. And with 2 coats, this stuff is stunning. And it lasts all day, and that is always a plus. Okay, and I'm just going to go back in with one more coat really fast. Okay, and then for bottom mascara, I like to go in with this one. This one is the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. But the reason I like to use this is, look at the little wand. It is so tiny. So what I like to do is just apply this. I have really tiny lower lashes, so it's kind of hard to get it, but that is that. So we're almost done. Now we just need to apply our lip and then some setting spray. And what I like to use for my lip is this Grand Lips. It's a plumping lipstick, and it does not say what color this is in. On the bottom it says 8010, but it is this beautiful, beautiful like burgundy shade, and I absolutely love this. So I'm gonna be looking down at my mirror so I can get everything perfect, so that way you guys can still see though. But look at that color, it's so gorgeous. Okay. So that is done. And this look is almost complete. I'm just going to let my hair down. And now we're going to go off with some setting spray. And I'm just going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And this one is the scented one. And so I'm just going to shake it up and spritz my face. And this is my completed fall makeup look. This is my go-to makeup look that I love for the fall. It's these beautiful burgundy shades, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. Go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this makeup look. What are some of your favorite products to use for fall? And if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do upload every Wednesday and every Sunday. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.